there are who find it, Jesus said. Now, there is a mistaken notion that almost everybody is going to heaven, whether they choose to or not. Hell, if there is such a place, is reserved for great criminals and villains like Hitler or Nero. It is widely assumed that all ordinary, decent people go to heaven automatically. But you know, that's not what Jesus said. And you know, I happen to think he knew what he was talking about. Certain broad-minded liberals, on the other hand, believe that heaven is obtained on much easier terms than those stated by Jesus. They imagine that they can be disciples without denying self. They can imagine they can, without taking up their cross and following Jesus. They suppose they can be forgiven without forgiving others. They imagine that the road to life is easy and that everybody is on it. They can think that the road to life is like Reforma on Friday afternoon. It is crowded, but Jesus said it is uncrowded. The road to life is uncrowded, and it is a hard road. A few years ago, a book was published with the title, Soul Winning Made Easy. Well, that's not the Jesus way. When someone asked him, Lord, will there be just a few people saved? He answered, strive. And the Greek word used in that text is agonizo. We get the English word agonize from it. Strive. Agonize to go in through the narrow door, because many people, Jesus said, will surely try to go in but not be able. The great German theologian and martyr Dietrich Bonhoeffer said the path to discipleship is narrow, and it is fatally easy to miss one's way and stray from the path, even after years of discipleship. And it is hard to find. On either side of the narrow path, deep chasms yawn. To be called to a life of extraordinary quality and to live up to it, and yet to be unconscious of it, is indeed a narrow way. To confess and testify to the truth as it is in Jesus, and at the same time to love the enemies of that truth, his enemies and ours, and to love them with the infinite love of Jesus Christ, is indeed a narrow way. To see the weakness and wrong in others, and at the same time to refrain from judging them. To deliver the gospel message without casting pearls before swine is indeed a narrow way. The way is unspeakably hard, and at every moment we are in danger of straying from it. If we regard this way as one that we follow in obedience to an external command, if we're afraid of ourselves all the time, it is indeed an impossible way. But if we behold Jesus Christ going ahead of us step by step, we shall not go astray. If we worry about the dangers and look at the road instead of at Him who goes before us, we are already straying from the path. For He is Himself the way, the narrow way, and the straight gate. He and He alone is our journey's end. And when we know that, we are able to proceed along the narrow way, through the straight gate of the cross, and to eternal life. And the very narrowness of the road will increase our certainty. The way which the Son of God trod on the earth, and the way which we too must tread as citizens of two worlds on the razor edge between this world and the kingdom of heaven, could hardly be a broad way. The narrow way is bound to be right. The narrow gate is the road to life, and to enter it is newness of life. To travel it is abundant life, and to finish it is eternal life. Listen, my friends. You are at the crossroads right now. On the one hand, there is the broad road leading to hell. On the other hand, there is a narrow road leading to life. In the words of Moses, I say to you, I set before you this day life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that you and your descendants may live. Death is certain. Life is not. Life with Christ is one endless hope, but life without Christ is one hopeless end. And the choice is yours. Can you say with me this morning, I have decided to follow Jesus? No turning back. If you can say that with all your heart, stand with me now as we sing our hymn response, number 376.